Welcome to the Tourism Hub podcast, a podcast devoted to you and your excellence, providing inspiration and education for the entrepreneurs, experience makers, and excellence seekers of our industry to take your tourism business and career to a whole new level.
Relax.
Wavy, there we are. I told you I'm delivering the legendary humans of regional tourism.
Aww.
Valinda Tillman from the Tilma Group.
So kind.
Kind is cool, didn't you? Kind is cool. I've just loved, I've admired, I've watched from a distance from the LinkedIn. And here, Linda, it's been a couple of years since we've seen you at the art convention. That's why I've missed meeting you, IRL, in real life. And it's been such a joy to have you here with us this year in Mackay. You delivered a fantastic presentation yesterday. You are a passionate, it comes across, even not meeting you, passionate about regional events and just the contribution it can make to a community. Talk to us about, maybe as an overview of your follow-up and your collaboration with Stu yesterday and what you delivered. We'll start there.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
My pleasure.
It's so good to see you. I'm the same. Like, I watch what you do and your energy, and I'm like, oh, she's so cool.
Oh.
So cool.
Oh, so cool. You're cool.
All right, events. Yeah, so it is great to be back at ART convention, by the way, in Queensland, my home state. I guess, Stu Spears and I had a fabulous session yesterday on regional events, and I would say, just started the conversation or sparked some ideas around looking at events more holistically, and starting to move away from only considering the economic value of events to regional and rural communities, and starting to really put the spotlight more on the social value that events bring, because we know that events connect people in communities. They engage youth. They bring different generations together. They create so much pride, but we often don't measure that when we talk about the success of events or the value of events to our region. So what Stu and I talked about yesterday was the need to actually start to shift that. We need to start to shift away from just being focused on the economic value and starting to look at a broader set of metrics around economic, social, cultural, environmental. So taking that really holistic approach to really understand the value that events can bring into our regional and rural communities.
Where did this start for you, Linda? Like this, take me back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you saw this opportunity and saw how undervalued this is in communities.
God, that's a long story.
Oh, really? We'll have to
really
do
quickly.
a part two. Quickly. Yeah.
So I started my career in Wagga Wagga, in the Riverina of New South Wales, and that's where Tilma Group started. So doing a lot of consulting in regional tourism. So I've always been a country girl. I was born in Dubbo. I studied in Lismore. I've always lived in country towns. And instead of going overseas after uni, you know what I did? I got a caravan and travelled around Australia.
Love. Yeah.
So I did that for years, and I explored regional Australia, and I loved it. And I was like, okay, I've just learnt tourism, and so that took me into regional tourism 17 or 18 years ago. And I still love what I do. But through that journey, there's been evolutions of what I've done, but the one thing that has stood out for me in my entire career in regional tourism is the power events can bring to regional and rural communities. So it's just been this natural, it's naturally happened, where because I've been so passionate and always advocating for regional and rural communities and tourism development, events have been a vital part of that conversation.
Yeah.
So it's just naturally got to a point where I would say now I'm probably classified as a specialist in the regional event space.
Absolutely, not probably. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
So that's how it kind of evolved. And I would say in the last 5 years, whilst I still do a lot in that broader tourism and destination development space, which I still love, I have just grown to really love and appreciate what events can do for regional communities. And I've just had I'm in Toowoomba. We've just had the Toowoomba Carnival of Flowers. And I always use that as an example. I know it's a massive event, but for me, that's my local event. And the way that makes me feel when it's on, when there's an event and you just go, this is my town.
Yes.
And I just love that. And I just feel that we still don't take events serious.
Yeah.
And that's where I've reached this point in my career where I just want to make a bit more noise.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
So be prepared.
Yeah.
I want events to be recognised for what they do in regional and rural communities. They're not just these little things that volunteers do. They are powerful and they can deliver so much value if we just take the time to think a little bit more strategically about the role events play for us.
And that's where it needs to start, right? We're talking about that. There's noise around. We're just about to do our strategic plan, our destination management plan. It's planting the seed, and that's where your ambassadorship and thought leadership and advocacy for the value is really planned. It's got to start there. Yeah. And build.
You know what was a light bulb for me?
Tell me.
And I haven't had a chat to Rose Wright yet. So Rose, if you're listening, I will be talking to you about this. When Rose spoke on Wednesday about agritourism, she was talking about her journey. And I just love how much passion and energy Rose has put into agritourism for such a long time. And when she showed this diagram of her journey, but she then made a point of saying it wasn't until CSIRO did that research and they were able to put a value on or forecasted a value of agritourism by 2030 that decision makers then started to pay attention and start to go, hang on, what is this agritourism? That to me, I sat there and I looked at that and I said, you are so right. And that sparked something in me to go, that's what we need to do for events. Yeah. I don't think we've yet been able to quantify the value that events currently bring or potentially could bring to regional and rural communities. Yes. So that was a big thing for me. So watch this space. I've got this fire in my belly. I'm like, right.
I love it. I feel
it. I'm onto it.
So talking about regional events, it's been announced now, Adelaide Hills, 2025. Just from you're another incredible leader in Australian tourism and been to many conferences. Why should everybody listening or watching the replay, why should they consider coming to Adelaide Hills to the Art Convention in 2025?
Oh, so many reasons. Yeah. First of all, did you see that video?
That was.
I'm like, I want to sit in one of those bathtubs.
Yeah, we'll share that
under the stars, drinking wine. Yeah. But no, look, I think for me, I've been coming to ART convention for so many years now, and it's my go-to. I missed Newcastle last year, and I had serious FOMO. But for me, this is our community. Yes, isn't it?
Totally.
You come back here,
a beautiful reunion.
It is a reunion. Yeah, and I take so much away from this convention in terms of the content that's presented, but just catching up with people and reconnecting on different conversations. And like I was saying before, just that. Hearing Rose and getting that fire in my belly, I'm like, I'm so onto this. So it's great in terms of building connections, really inspiring. Yes. It's inspiring, but also feeling like you're part of something more. Yeah. I think in regions we can sometimes feel a little isolated. Yes. And I think this is our family, there's other people out there that can support us and help us to achieve what we're trying to achieve. And I just think ART is a fabulous platform for that. Yeah.
Watch this space. I call these oppa moments. We smash plates. We get excited and we're fired up and we go, oppa. That's it. You've had your oppa moment.
How fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by to share. We've got our final wrap up now. We'll go and do a little presentation. Thank you everyone that's watching. I'll try get some more if we can. This might be the lucky last, and what a way to end on a topic of regional events, and this being a significant regional event like being here in Mackay next year in Adelaide. Thank you, Linda.
Thanks, Despina.
The best.
Relax.